I am fucking loving gaming.
And I hate women.
I hate women too. They are my fucking nightmare.
Let us have passionate gay sex for how much we hate women.
I fucking hate women. The only good sex you could have is with a man.
Only men know what men like, brother.
And that's gaming.
Emphasis on the gay.
And the men.
This is fucking awful. Stop recording. I'm pausing Audacity. It's a good start.
Are you actually?
No, I did not pause Audacity, so it was a joke. Joking. See, said I'm a funny guy. I say some funny things. I'm kind of like the Joker, baby.
You want to know where I got these scars? Well, I'm the Joker, baby.
No, you're crossing the streams. You can't cross the streams.
The Joker streams. Why don't we have like an Into the Spider-Verse but with Joker?
God, I think I'd rather kill myself. Actually, I think I want it to exist just so they could not include Jared Leto's Joker, so you could get mad on Twitter.
Oh man, that's actually when the gamer revolution happens.
As long as you have Joaquin Phoenix and Mark Wahlberg. Fucking Mark Hamill. I wish Mark Wahlberg played the Joker. That'd be awesome. Fucking Chad Joker.
That'll be in like when M. Night Shyamalan directs the Joker.
Should be in Robert Pattinson's Batman. I think Mark Wahlberg is the perfect foil to Robert Pattinson.
Welcome to the Bean Burrito podcast. I'm your host, Salsa Seth.
And I'm also a host, but not Salsa Seth. Last I checked.
What is your name then?
God, I go by many names, but you could call me Yamis Hyphen.
This is going terrific so far.
Yes, thank you. It's me, James Hyphen, from nowhere because I don't make content.
You do have that one YouTube channel though.
That I've done nothing with, yes.
You've had 2 streams?
I have more streams. I had several.
Okay. You know, that's basically qualifier for like a silver play button.
At this point, yeah.
Anyways, today we're just going to be talking about like what we've been playing and like maybe some news in the gaming sphere that has been rubbing us the wrong way.
You never seen one of these before. We're fucking breaking new ground.
So James, what have you been playing?
God, I wish I had a lot to talk about, but it's literally just been Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing but Yu-Gi-Oh! I deserve death.
I'm sorry. We'll have to kill you after this podcast.
I guess since you're talking about my lack of content, I should bring up that I've been trying to record a video about an obscure Yu-Gi-Oh! Game Boy game that was Japan only. It was called Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Capsule GB for the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think it was like only like the 3rd Yu-Gi-Oh! Game ever released, and it's pretty old. It was like April 2000, and there's not a lot about it online. There's nothing about it in English except for like a short plot synopsis on like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan wiki, and most of the coverage online from like the Japanese side is a few Let's Plays and an old like guide, but that's it. It's very little coverage, and I think the game's pretty neat, and so I wanted to make a video about it, and I was recording.
Nice.
But then I got to a part in the game. It's around the 4th dungeon, so and it's only 5, so basically almost done. Where I was making progress, about an hour's worth of progress, and then I died, and I forgot to save, so it set me back a bit, and I got mad, so I stopped playing the game for a bit. And I was gonna record more of it because I wanted to get it out pretty soon. But then Konami shadow drops Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel like a fucking week ago, and since release, that's literally all I've been playing.
Nice.
If I could keep talking about stupid Yu-Gi-Oh! For a bit, it's so Master Duel is an official Yu-Gi-Oh! Card sim. It's one of the first, I think. I think there was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Online from like 2005 for like, I don't know, Windows Vista or some shit. But the point is, an officially supported Yu-Gi-Oh! Card sim has been something that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have been wanting for a long time. For the longest, we've just been resorting to fan-made stuff like EDO Pro or Dueling Book or stuff like that. So having the official one's pretty neat. There are some weird quirks to it. Number one, since I guess they're making it for an international audience, it does not follow either the TCG or the OCG ban list. Rather, it's a weird amalgamation of the two. So Master Duel has its own unique format that's been fun to play with. Again, it's been out for like 10 days. I've been playing it basically every day. I managed to get to the highest tier, which is Platinum, not Plat 1 yet. I'm still Plat 5. But it's been fun. It's good. It's a good card sim. That's all I really have to say about it. A lot of people are already fucking complaining that has quote-unquote no content. But it's like, as soon as it dropped, literally every fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Content creator just like streamed it for like 10 hours a day, every day. It's just like, yeah, if you do that for a game that's only been out for a week, of course there's not be any fucking content.
When you put it like that, then they have nothing to complain about. It's
a problem with like gamers in general, is how much like playtime a game should have in relative to how much you pay for it or what you expect from it. And I don't know, a fucking like free to play card sim that only exists just so people could play the game online, basically. That has a story mode. It's not a long one, but it has a story mode where you basically just play test different decks, and then once you beat like a certain part, you get that deck to play like its core, and then you can build off of that by buying card packs. And people are like, yeah, I only have like 30 hours in, I've done everything. Like, I got Plat 1, and I have all the decks. It's like, well, yeah, no shit. It's like 30 hours from a free game. I don't know. To me, at least, that seems pretty good, right?
Yeah.
For something that's only been out for like a week. And people are like, where's the new content, Konami? Where's the new cards? It's just like, shut up. Like, Konami's a shitty company, right? Like, there's no doubt about that, right? But at least in terms of their card game division, they usually do things pretty well. I think Master Duel is a pretty good game. Content, quote-unquote, lacking, which I don't think it is. I mean, I've also basically done everything, but I'm not fucking complaining. Because I'm expecting much on launch. Based on like what we have, it feels like they did release it a little early just to like stress test the servers. But I still think they released a complete game. So I hear people call it quote unquote unfinished. It's kind of stupid. Anyways, I've rambled about Yu-Gi-Oh! Long enough, Seth. What have you been playing?
Well, I guess my only question for you is, when do you think like they'll be releasing new content for it?
Probably soon. Like I said, they just released a ban list. In private, we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! For a bit. They just released a ban list like literally 2 hours ago. And they don't have all the cards yet. They don't have like the last set or two, I think. So I say like in the next like month or two, I could see an update where they add a little bit more cards. They already confirmed that they're gonna add more tiers to rank past platinum, because right now there's only 4: rookie, bronze, gold, platinum, and I think they already confirmed 2 more, which I'm guessing is gonna be like Duel Links. They also have like rookie, bronze, gold, platinum, but they also have legend and king of games, so I'm guessing that's what they're gonna do also. And they already confirmed like events and like tournaments coming down the line. So I think in the next like month or two we could see more content. Which is why again I don't understand people complaining why there isn't more content. Again, only a week after launch, it'd be like if fucking, I don't know, any AAA studio, let's say like Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo, releases a game, and like a week after the game, they're like, "Where's the DLC? Where's DLC? Where's the expansion pass?" It's like, shut up, dude. Shut up. I hate content creators. Anyway, Seth, how's the content creation going?
I'm still editing the Mafia 3 video.
You want to talk about Mafia 3 for a bit?
No.
Okay, fair
not really.
enough.
I played that game months ago. I played through that whole game just to like remind myself, like, because I needed to like rewrite the script, so I played it all over again, which was enjoyable. Because I played it with like no aim, with low aim assist on hard, which doesn't really make that game hard. It just makes all like the enemies bullet sponges, and you get to like 0 health in like one shotgun blast.
So like artificial difficulty then.
I just did it just cause.
Yeah, just cause, yeah.
You just play the game on easy or medium, and it's fine.
I don't like when games do that, where their quote unquote hard mode is just increases the amount of damage you have to do to an enemy to become sponges. I guess SMT5, which I haven't played since launch. Like I was gonna put time into that, but then they dropped fucking Pokemon Gen 4 remakes and Monster Rancher ports like back to back. So it's like, fuck, man. I can't keep up with this. But one complaint I have about that game is enemies have way too much health, and for some reason the increased MP cost. So like a basic fire spell, let's say, used to cost like 5 or 6 MP. Now it's like 8 or something.
And you have like 30 or something.
Yeah, like starting off, you only have like so much, and they're expecting you to waste like huge amounts of MP. It is because you have a system in place where if you have a stronger affinity for an element, the MP cost is less, but like I still would rather not have the base MP cost be like close to 10 when you only have like so much starting off. But yeah, like I said, going back to what we were talking about, I don't like when games just inflate difficulty by inflating enemy health, because that's not really difficult, it's just more time consuming.
I'm trying to think of like other games that do it. I hate like RPGs when like they inflate with health.
Oh yeah, RPGs are like the worst with that. Fucking like especially old school RPGs where quote unquote difficulty is just how much you had to grind before you could progress because your numbers weren't big enough.
Or like the difficulty is this enemy can heal itself.
Or it has like an insta-kill spell, or like, yeah, it could do like buttloads of damage with one hit, like, yeah.
Or in like the Persona games, you have instant kill, and if the main character dies, that's an instant game over.
Yeah, and not just, I think all SMT games do that. If the main character dies, it's just game over, which is annoying. I think in later SMT, I don't know if they did in Persona, but later in SMT 5, the way insta-kill moves work is if the enemy isn't weak to it, it just does a minor damage, I think. But if they are, that's when it has a chance to insta-kill, which I think is a better system. Because it makes the move less cheap. Yeah, Seth.
What
have you been
This
playing?
is also somewhat related, but I just hate it when enemies heal themselves.
I get it, because it's like, I like in games, like especially in RPGs, if the main character, like if the player has a mechanic that we can use to like exploit enemy weaknesses, I think it's cool when the enemies also have access to it, because it makes fights more interesting, I guess. Again, going back to SMT5, they introduced something called like the Magotsui bar, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's basically just like a bar that fills up over the course of the battle. And once it gets full, you can do like a special thing, like Usually, it's just like increasing critical rates, or it's after you activate it, every hit's critical, and then SMT, they have a press turn system where if you get a critical, you get an extra turn. So it's basically just like activate it, do more damage, and also you get a free turn.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, enemies also have this like bar, and they build it up over the course of the fight, so they can also do like shit like that, like get critical hits or get like increased damage on certain moves or get special moves you can activate. It just makes fights interesting, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more annoying when like bosses have like stupid moves, just like fully heal themselves, or like you have like bullshit like fucking things that the player can't really prepare for unless they're lucky.
Every Pokemon boss fight.
You can't become champion of the Pokemon League unless you know how to spam full restores.
Or you're that one rich kid in Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh yeah,
right
from like
outside of...
Route 1 or some shit where you have like a Zigzagoon to use full restores.
Like, who are you?
Even funny.
We can't even buy full restores here.
Even funnier in Diamond, no, not in Diamond Pro, in Platinum specifically. In the Pokemon Mansion, you could do something called like the Maid Challenge, where you have to beat 5 maids in a row under a certain time limit or a certain turn limit. You can't exceed that turn limit. If you manage to do it, you get a special fight where you fight against a high level Blissey for like easy XP. And the Blissey has the move, I forget what it's called. I think it's just called like Throw or some shit, I forget. But the move is like the Pokemon throws its held item at the opponent to do damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Blissey, its held item is a rare candy. So they're literally wasting a rare candy just to throw it at you to do like minimal damage. It's just like, fuck you.
I hated that. I hated those maids. I was never able to get like their challenge. Because those Clefairies, they know Endure.
Yeah, you don't like Endure, and like, and you even have like healing moves too. Like this was just a bullshit challenge. I've talked about this guy before, but this is a YouTuber called Absol Blogs Pokemon, and he has a series called the Level 100 Gauntlet, where he raises one Pokemon to level 100, but through like absurd means. And one of those means was get a Pokemon from level 1 to level 100, but only using rare candies that he steals from the Blissey from that challenge. So not only did he have to beat the challenge, but also be fast enough to use Thief on the Blissey to steal the rare candy. So needless to say, it's a very difficult challenge. It took him a while to do, but he did it.
That's a daily challenge.
He's done.
It took him at least 100 days.
Yeah, 100 successful attempts, not counting all the ones he failed. But yeah,
Good lord.
He's done a bunch of shit like that. There's a bunch of those like gauntlets he did that are pretty interesting. He did one where he got 6 Pokemon to level 100, but grinding against the mandatory legendary encounter in Sword and Shield. Because in those games, if you knock out the legendary, they just force you to fight it again until you catch it.
Oh.
So he brought in a team of 6 level 1 Pokemon, and he just kept killing it until they were all level 100.
Okay.
I mean, he used like cheap tactics like Shedinja with like Wonder Guard and like Toxic Stalling just to like get those early levels until they got strong enough to actually do damage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's very interesting. I like that guy. Since we were talking about bullshit enemies, it reminded me about that guy.
Don't forget, if you're at that Pokemon Mansion, check the book, and now you know where you can have Manaphy in your Pokedex.
Yeah, but I remember that. There's that guard who won't let you touch a thing, but you have to wait till it's nighttime where he's asleep, I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun daily stuff in Diamond and Pearl that I forgot about.
There's also like a weird mechanic where if you talk to it, the guy will tell you like a certain Pokemon that he has in the garden, and the butler will have to go and like get the Pokemon and put it in the garden, so his like master is right, and that's when you get certain rare Pokemon.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think
like
that's like how you get wild Eevees in that game.
yeah, I think in Diamond and Pearl it's a post game thing, but I think in Platinum you could do it as soon as you get there.
Post game is when you get like non-Sinnoh Pokemon.
Yeah, you put shit like Porygon and like Mr. Mimes and shit like that, and Pikachu's. It's like, where the fuck do you get these?
A lot of hunting in the Viridian Forest.
But yeah, Seth, other than complaining about your Mafia 3 video, what have you been playing recently?
I beat the Messenger a little bit ago.
Oh yeah, you were playing that recently. What's your thoughts?
It's a really good platformer that has it adds like a lot of mechanics every stage. Some of the boss fights are really good, like especially the Demon General when you're in Hell. It's really good. It's a lot of... It just keeps the pace going. The music's great. And then it becomes a Metroidvania all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know there's that twist. Oh, I guess goes without saying, spoilers throughout the entire fucking podcast whenever we talk about something. Probably should have said it at the beginning, but oh well.
Teehee.
Oopsie poopsies.
I think it's an open secret that the Messenger becomes a Metroidvania.
Yeah, literally the only thing I've heard about the Messenger is people keep talking about like the mid-game twist. It's just like, oh, so the twist. So it's like Cabin in the Woods. Everyone's just like, oh, don't spoil the ending, wink wink. It's just like, oh, I wonder, I guess the ending has a fucking twist. Like, you kind of ruin it because now you're going in with the expectation that there's a big twist. Even if you don't like say the twist, like I feel like part of a good twist is the anticipation for it, or like the sudden it coming like really suddenly. So being like, oh haha, don't spoil the twist, wink wink. It's just like, oh well, now I'm expecting it, and I'm just like, oh, what can he possibly do to surprise me now?
Nuke the whole movie.
And then they were all dead, and also aliens, and also were living in Maine. Oh shit.
Speaking of living in Maine, Messenger as a Metroidvania is also good, but like, I feel like it sort of loses itself a little bit. It does get a little strong when you're like memorizing the level design and to get from place to place, but I feel like you do need a guide to like figure out like where to go, and sometimes the shopkeeper's hints are not too helpful.
I know you said before when we were talking about this and like between ourselves, then the shopkeeper kind of a little bit of a rascal.
The shopkeeper is one of the funniest characters in video games. That shopkeeper, he will tell you like very long stories that seem to have like a moral like lesson in it, but then like something weird happens and it's like the exact opposite of what you expected. Like there's this one story he tells about like a bread making machine, and then like the sister steals it and takes it into the ocean and puts like salt into it, and she doesn't know how to stop the machine, and then the shopkeeper's like, and that's why the ocean is full of salt.
That's
and the messenger just says, that had nothing to do with anything. And the shopkeeper just says like, oh, what's wrong? Are you salty?
That's pretty good. I like shit like that in games. I don't personally play Five Nights at Freddy's or really follow it that much, but I know in the Ultimate Custom Night game where they have like all the animatronics and shit, all the animatronics are voiced, but like in game, like it's all like distorted, so you can't hear it. So you have to go into the files and listen to it. And you know, people go in there expecting like lore stuff, and there is like the animatronics make references to like past games. It's like potential like lore stuff. But then there's a character called Mr. Hippo, and Mr. Hippo goes on like 10-minute long rants and stories where he just talks about experiences he has with his friends, like going out to picnics or feeding birds at the park, or like just enjoying each other's company, and just like, you know, he just goes on these long-winded stories about him and his friend hanging out at like the park, and they're explicitly there just to waste your time because he ends up rambling and going in circles and like talking about basically nothing of worth. And I feel like I think in one of his stories he straight up says it's like he's talking about how he goes up to his friends like, "Hey, I have a story to tell," and the friend's like, "Oh, what's the story about?" And then Mr. Hippo goes, "Well, sometimes not everything has to be about something. Sometimes people just want to talk. It doesn't have to be a story." And his friend goes, "But you said it was going to be a story." And he's like, "Oh, I guess you're right." And then he basically ends it with like, sometimes people just talk and it doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. Like, obviously, like fucking poking at people who like comb through these things, like theorists and stuff, trying to like get the lore from FNAF. It's pretty good. There's a video. There's a video where it's just like Ultimate Custom Night, all voice lines. It's like 30 minutes long, and Mr. Hippo takes up like 20 of those minutes because he just goes on long-winded fucking stories. It's pretty good.
About nothing.
It's pretty good. I recommend, even if you don't like are into FNAF, because I'm not, but I do recommend just listening to Mr. Hippo go on his fucking tangents. They're pretty good.
Nice.
Anything else you've been playing, Seth?
Well, the last thing I want to say about The Messenger is just, it's overall like a great game, but I think like some of the later level design sort of falls flat, where it's like mostly if you fuck up you just die and you have to like repeat it over and over again. And the last level, I don't really like how it's the checkpoints work. It's like they'll put like several easy like platforming like segments in between each other and then a checkpoint, and then they'll have like a really several hard sections without checkpoints. So the last level, I think, sort of isn't like probably like the weakest level in the game, but it's still like okay.
Again, I think it goes back to like artificial difficulties. It's like, oh, we're gonna make like these really hard sections and we're gonna make you do it over and over again, even though like usually it's only specific parts that are really hard, but then when you're forced to do the entire thing over again, it leads to more fuck ups in some of the easier parts.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like classic like NES, like old school design, like where games back in the day. I was watching some old like NES commercials recently, and they literally were just advertised like, this game is super hard, you'll never beat it, like because X, Y, like fucking 50 levels, like impossible jumps and enemies. It's like they're advertising the fact that it was balls to the walls, impossible to beat, and the whole challenge of it was you trying to actually, beat the game with its bullshit level design. Like that was the selling point. But I guess in retrospect, sometimes the experiences can be fun, but sometimes you just want to get through the fucking game, and that sort of design is very anti-player, like specifically made to fuck with people.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Oh wow, we should kiss.
Teehee.
Teehee.
Gay people.
I hate the gays.
Me too. And that includes myself.
Have you seen my favorite video from Chris Reagan? There's nothing he himself has actually made, but a video of him posting an out of context clip of his friend Tom Sweeney, and the clip is just him going, "My name is Tom Sweeney, I hate the gays."
Also, Jekrix might join in soon.
Yeah, we'll introduce him if he hops on.
He'll have to get on Audacity.
He is the third bean in this podcast that we shunned away because of problematic things he said on Twitter. He said he likes Y2K, and that's unforgivable. Or I should say, pronounce it in what's known in the streets, Yeek.
Yeek freak. Chic.
The number one Yeek freak, he calls himself.
Wouldn't be surprised since he's beaten the game twice.
He only beat it once.
Oh, okay.
He did say he will play it again once they drop the 1.5 patch. That's because the 1.5 patch is gonna add in a bunch of cut content, like the cut final boss. Because fun fact, in Y2K, there's a section where they make you grind for a month to prepare for the final boss, and then they do an unbeatable boss after all this grinding, then 4 like super easy bosses, and then another unbeatable boss. There is no technically final boss. They put like an unbeatable boss. You listen to some guy ramble for a bit, and then you get back into the game. You flip one switch and the game's over. It's super anticlimactic.
I imagine. Is that really the reason why people hate that game then?
Many reasons, but yeah, having a fucking shit ending is one of them. Because, you know, it's an RPG. It's like fucking like at least 30 hours long.
Christ.
That's enough about Yeek. Once Jekrix
Yawada.
gets in, he could fucking talk about that for days.
He is the number one Yeek freak.
He is.
Should we like stop recording for a second?
Fuck him. You can hop on, and we'll spit on him.
It's gonna make syncing up a nightmare.
Yeah, true. Yeah, let's stop for a sec. Just wait for him. Alright. Did I stop the recording? No, it did not. How do you stop it? Anyways, that's what I think about the Palestinian conflict.
Anyway.
Oh, look who joined. It's Jekrix.
Communism, am I right?
Yeah!
And how we hate it because we're true-blooded Americans.
No,
We hate it? Oh, yeah, we hate it. Yeah, yeah.
Both of you are fucking dirty Reds.
I thought I'm yellow.
I'm a true-blooded American with red, white, and blue coursing through my veins.
Then you are also red like us.
No. What?
Yeast.
What? No.
Yeast.
Yeek?
Yeek.
Yeek?
Speaking of Yeek, here's the biggest Yeek fan. Jekrix,
Yeah,
introduce
here's
yourself.
The special guest of our podcast, Alex Yeek himself. Introduce yourself.
What is a soul survivor? I can't do it properly.
Yeah, you're not Kerberfer. Who the fuck?
Uh,
I thought you were Kerberfer. Get the fuck out of here.
no, I'm Jack Herbifer.
I'm Rory. I'm Yuri of Wind.
I am Yuri of Wind.
Dead sister, ladies and gentlemen.
What was the line? I'm a scene kid with a dead sister.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my
You said
entire
the line
personality.
After
But-
Alex's award-winning line, "Look, no one cares about your dead sister," which is pretty based, if I could be honest.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't get what fucking Andrew was talking about, fucking the developer of Yeek. I think Alex is the most likable RPG protagonist. He's sexist against women. He hates the young people. He's super fucking xenophobic. And just
He's
all
racist as well.
Racist all around, just a bastard. And honestly, in this liberal society based personality.
Liberal arts major?
Shut up. Stop talking. Jekrix Lokan, everybody. Number one Yeek fan. Number one KH fan.
Give him a round
Number
of
one
applause.
fricker.
Number one name on the FBI's Mo watch list.
for like the sheer
What
amount
did I
of
do?
Doom Eternal and Kingdom Hearts he's played.
It's concerning.
What's it called? PlayStation sent me an email showing like, hey, here's your most played games for on PlayStation, and it was about 140 hours in KH3 and about 50 hours in KH2.
How do you even manage?
I like the super bosses.
That's okay.
You don't play
I
Doom
like the
Eternal on
super
PS4?
bosses. No, I play it on PC.
Plays it on Switch.
I do have it on Switch,
Why?
so I could play Doom Eternal in bed.
To
You
speedrun.
You sad little man, you. You could do.
Yeah.
You could be doing much more important things in bed, like me. You gay lover. You're gay lover.
Yeah, but I can also play Yu-Gi-Oh in bed.
That's even worse. Jekrix,
Is it?
You dropped the ban list recently.
I'm booting up Master Duel.
I'm
Hang
Master
on.
Duel, silly, in IRL Yu-Gi-Oh! In real life. That you can't play because there's a fucking air virus that kills everybody.
In real life doesn't exist. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
we're in the metaverse now, guys.
It hasn't existed for 2 years.
God, I wish. Then I wouldn't have to go to work. I could sit on my ass and go on Zoom calls like every other, like, fucking business person.
I remember when COVID first started, my professor was talking about being worried about Zoom calling or Zoom bombing, and me and my friend just kept joking about Zoom bombing the entire semester.
That sounds violent. Nothing to be joking
Yeah.
about, Jekrix. It's a serious issue. What happens if some random guy joins your Zoom call and says a funny?
I'll laugh.
Yeah, you would. Fucking piece of shit.
He's the Joker, baby.
He's the Jekrix, baby.
I'm not gonna say that.
We've already had said it before.
Yeah, whatever awful thing you're gonna say, we probably already said it.
You probably assumed what I would say since I'm such a predictable.
Person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm predictable.
Yeah. This is going great. This is going swell.
I know. This is gonna be the best podcast. We're gonna finally defeat the Fish Burrito podcast.
Oh, yeah, you see what you posted in the chat, Jekrix, the Fish Burrito podcast?
Yeah.
Our arch rivals, apparently. As long as we get more than 200 subs, we win.
Will be the best burrito podcast ever.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is post a single Portal 2 video, and then everyone else is gonna get mad when we don't post Portal 2, but it'll get us 300 subs.
Where are you gonna post this, anyways?
Your mom.
Okay, thank you, Jekrix. I'm glad you joined.
I mean, do you want to make a separate channel for it? One we each have access to or something?
That's lame, and that's something like effort.
But how are we gonna combat the Bean Burrito podcast or the Fish Burrito podcast if we don't have our own channel called the Bean Burrito podcast?
Just dump it on one of ours. Who cares?
We can think about it later.
Thinking's
Yeah.
hard. Let's just put this on like, oh no,
Skylar's channel.
put this on Blip.
Blip.tv?
Blip.
Yes,
It's dead.
and we could bring
That's
it back.
why. We should be streaming this on Mixer.
God, no.
Am I the only one who thinks Mixer is like ostensibly sounded like a porn site?
I'm not even sure what Mixer is.
It was,
It
the
was
competitor.
Microsoft's alternative to Twitch.
Yeah, we had PewDiePie and Ninja for a while, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I knew about Fortnite Ninja being in it. I didn't know about PewDiePie.
I think PewDiePie was like exclusive to Mixer for a while, but then he has moved to YouTube.
Ow.
And now it's dead, so now no one's on there.
C'est la vie.
Anything Microsoft tries outside of the norm never works.
Anything Microsoft doesn't buy doesn't work. And sometimes even when they buy it, it doesn't work.
Well, finally, Call of Duty is not gonna work.
Speaking of Call of Duty, have you seen the CEO has been talking about their anti-union measures?
Pretty based.
No.
Sure, I'm glad.
What did they say?
Sure,
What did they say?
It's just they're trying to find ways to disencourage people to join unions. Speaking of, I know Amazon's been doing that. They started funding like college or high school courses on like business, and the whole thing is they're teaching them how to encourage workers. It encourages workers to continue labor with methods other than increased pay. It's just like, well, what the fuck? Are you gonna go to the class and the teacher's like, yeah, you could like pay your workers like $2 an hour, but you know, Fridays is pizza day.
Yay!
Oh, dude, I love pizza.
Pizza.
I'm still tired.
Yeah, you
Like-
woke up 5 seconds ago, I imagine.
No, I woke up 2 seconds ago.
Me and Seth grabbed you by the legs, dragging you, kicking and screaming. He was like, "That's it, Jekrix. You're recording
You
a podcast."
traveled all the way here just to bring me into the correct time zone.
Yep. You're gonna record a podcast, a subpart podcast, and you're gonna like it.
Are you? I doubt it.
I already ate this. I stopped recording on Audacity years ago.
Are we even still alive?
Are we even real?
What's real? I don't know anymore. Everything's gone to dust.
Super Dust? Michael Super Dust? Jive Steel?
Jive dust.
Anyways, Jekrix, what have you been playing?
Yeah, let's get back on track. We fucking took this tangent because somebody joined late. Seth.
Yeah, freaking Seth.
I thought you're supposed to be the host of this podcast, Seth. What the fuck?
God damn it.
Define recently.
I don't know, past month-ish.
I just finished Hitman 3 yesterday.
Oh.
Nice.
It slaps.
It claps.
High fives, and it's pretty cool.
Great review. You should work for IGN.
I think that it's a bit less than I expected, but I'm fine with it because it adds VR to every Hitman game. Since you can import the levels from Hitman 1 and 2 into Hitman 3.
Nice.
So I'm okay with it. I haven't tried the VR yet though. But Hitman 3's story was okay.
The story in that game, I just thought it was funny killing simulator.
It mostly is funny killing simulator. The story is just like, like
Agent
The
47,
first-
you must seal the door to darkness.
yeah. The first two games built things up, and then the third game was just kind of like, yeah, things happened. I guess this is technically the end.
Oh, so it is
Go
Kingdom
ahead.
Hearts.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts has and you haven't played KH3, right? So
No.
okay,
I haven't
well,
played any of them. I'm pure.
No.
Oh, you're not pure by through conversation with
Yeah,
us.
I
It's
absorbed
impossible.
Kingdom Hearts via like osmosis.
Yeah, but Hitman 3 is still fun. It has a nice formula, and I'm happy because they added a camera to that game, and I like taking pictures in games.
Camera
the
modes
hell
in
of it.
games are the best. It's a
yeah.
modern addition to gaming that I am approving of.
And they, what's it called? I'm sad that because you can't go into selfie mode, but if there is a reflective surface like a mirror or a window, you can look at yourself, and it's really funny because 47 does not look the direction his camera is pointing. So it's awesome, and I love it. And it's also been retroactively added into the Hitman 1 and 2 stages, which makes me happy.
Selfie mode.
Listen,
Selfie modes give me
There's
life.
a bunch of Zoomers. All we know how is to take selfies and charge their phone and lie.
I don't ever take selfies in real life.
But do you eat hot chip and be bisexual?
Sure.
What's the spiciest chip you like to eat, Jekrix?
I don't like eating chips. I'm boring and basic.
He
but,
eats like Chex, not like Chex Mix, but like Chex cereal.
just straight up checks.
Right out the box.
The spiciest one I used to eat.
Oh, that's multi-grain Chex.
I don't know. I usually didn't really buy them myself. Usually it was I just took from my brother or friends. But I did like the. All I mostly had was Takis and hot Cheetos. So.
Pretty spicy.
I have not eaten a hot chip like most of my life. I ate like one when I was in fucking kindergarten, and it tasted so bad it made me puke. So I've never eaten one again.
I couldn't handle hot stuff when I was younger, and my brother, what he did was I was eating ice cream while watching him play a video game, right? And he was eating hot Cheetos while doing that. He tossed a hot Cheeto into my ice cream, and I did not know what to do.
That's
He
fun.
said, "What? You don't like it hot? So here's to cool it down." I was like. And I was just stunned, speechless.
That reminds me when there used to be kids I knew who couldn't eat sour stuff, so they had sour candies that you like wash the sour pieces off.
That's funny.
It's not that I couldn't handle the hot chip, it's just that it literally just tasted awful. Like, I don't know what the fuck they put in it, but it just tasted like ass.
It doesn't taste like anything.
That might be the problem.
I had a
And then
friend
they
in high
made
school.
a whole macaroni and cheese based off Cheeto dust.
The best quality cuisine. Have you seen that, Seth? The mac and Cheetos?
I think so.
It sounds
Jekrix
god
has only
awful.
recently learned of this amalgamation of food. But yeah, mac and Cheetos are top tier food, right next to fucking fried Twinkies.
Fried Twinkies.
That I am curious on trying.
Yeah, I'm a fake Midwesterner. I've never tried fair food like fried Twinkies.
I have had like a a giant chicken leg that's like a big mutton.
Oh, that sounds good. I've never tried that, but like every time they show like a medieval Renaissance thing in like TV, and they show those like big mutton pieces, like damn, that looks fucking delicious.
It was pretty good.
It's like in those fucking cartoons when they ever do like cavemen. It's always the big piece of meat with the bone going through. It's like damn, that looked delish.
I can't hear mutton without thinking of that Fire Emblem ad.
Why did Dorcas die? I put poison. He mutton, and you all start laughing.
And then it says Fire Emblem, build an army. And that in like the announcer voice.
That's it.
That's literally it. It's
That's
awesome.
such a weird ad because it literally.
And Dorcas is like a character for 2 chapters, and then you pretty much drop him immediately.
Also, it's like so antithetical to what Fire Emblem actually is because the ad's just like, don't trust anybody, when the whole point of Fire Emblem is like literally every chapter you recruit one of your enemies.
And also, Dorcas is like one of the few like characters that's not a main character who has some sort of story, and his story is that his wife is dying and he has to protect her.
Yeah, he's like not an asshole, which is kind of fucked up that he's the one who got poisoned, and they all laugh it off.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck Dorcas. He's fucking dork.
What did you just send, Seth?
He sent Big Mutton piece of meat.
It's Dorcas!
No,
And
Fred
his wife!
Flintstone.
I already forgot his wife's name.
Does she have a name?
She Natalie. That's what it was.
You made that up. You pulled out your ass.
No, I
You
didn't.
probably Petunia or some shit.
Petunia.
Why did that make you laugh, you fucking brain rot motherfucker?
I've lost brain cells in the past 5 years.
Past 5 minutes, I think you gotten dumber.
Huh?
What?
What? We doing something?
No.
What is this?
Welcome to the Bean Burrito Podcast. I'm your host, Salsa Seth.
I'm Jekrix Lokan.
Oh, I'm
I'm the
Jekrix
funny
Lokan.
one.
Oh, thanks, babe. You called me the funny one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Let's see. I'm gonna look through my Steam. Let's see what else I've played.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I've played Yu-Gi-Oh!
I talked about Master Duel earlier. What's your thoughts on it?
I like it.
Question mark?
Well, I hate Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's a problem, but I like it.
Because you like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Because I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah.
I'm surprised Terry downloaded it because he fucking hates Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I downloaded MTG Arena and I was like, I hate this. Everything's a hand trap.
Yeah, when Terry was talking about Magic on stream, he was like, yeah, people have been dropping it because it's becoming more like Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, damn, maybe I should play Magic then. I'm okay to fucking steal the podcast away to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Some more. Sorry, Seth. But I
okay.
know in Master Duel, some people don't like that Max sees at 3. I am going
That's
to
how
be...
it is in the OCG, right?
Yeah, because it's a weird, like, hybrid of the TCG OCG ban list. I will be a staunch defender of Team Max C. I like the card. I think it should be at 3. Jekrix, opinions?
I run 3 Card of Demise. Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of the ban list, Jekrix, they fucking put Pod Desires at 1.
Oh, really?
I do not understand why the card's been out for like 5 years. It's done like nothing. I hate Yu-Gi-Oh!
Because it says draw 2. You can't have that.
Oh yeah, that's true. If Yu-Gi-Oh! Players and you see Bill from Pokemon.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Players when they see Professor Oak.
Holy shit! What the fuck? Draw 7, that's crazy.
Something that bothers me with Master Duel is that the search system is a bit worse than Duel Links in some ways. Like, I know this only bothers me because I'm a filthy Pendulum player, but you can't sort by Pendulum scale.
Oh, can you not? That's weird. Even like fucking, like, the shittier fucking like Yu-Gi-Oh! Sims, like fucking YGO Pro Dawn of a New Era has like pendulum skill searching.
Yeah, and Duel Links added it right when they added pendulums, but Master Duel doesn't.
That's fucked. That's just weird.
Yeah, it was really annoying to try, because in the Luna Light deck, I have 3 pendulum ones, and I figured, and I only have 1 copy of the higher Luna pendulum, so I added a couple other pendulums to kind of match the pendulum scale one I have, and I had to like go through each individual card I had to check it because you can't sort by stupid scale.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's an actual complaint. That's just stupid.
And also, like, you know how in Duel Links when you search for a card, it if you just put in like part of the name, it'll all show up. I was trying to find Goblinburg, but I didn't remember how to spell it. So I just typed in Goblin and he didn't show up.
I don't think Goblinburg's in the game. I couldn't find it.
It is. I made 3 copies of it.
Fuck.
Or made 2 copies of it.
I made 7.
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Just Utopia for days, baby.
Yeah, Master's Duel is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other games did I play this month? I played the shit out of Hollow Knight.
Oh yeah, you did. Well, we've talked about this before, but yeah, what do you think about Hollow Knight, Jekrix?
I have complaints, but overall, it's incredibly good, especially for the price. It's like, what, $15? Not on sale. And I got it on sale.
Yeah.
It's $7.50 right now. Get it.
Complaint number 1, we're Silk Song.
I'm not gonna
I'm not
complain
gonna.
about that.
Is it?
I don't mind a game being pushed back and stuff. It doesn't bother me as much as it does others. I'll play old games anyway. I'll play the same 2 games over and over.
Yeah, Jekrix literally plays fucking Kingdom Hearts, Doom on repeat, just cycling through them.
Over and over and over. Red Rover, Red Rover.
I like getting better at them. It's fun.
Get better at getting some bitches on your dick, jeez.
But
He can't. He's
to go back to
asexual.
Hollow Knight.
Shut up, Seth. He's not asexual. He likes me.
Yeah,
You're as jealous as he doesn't like you.
Oh.
James is my hot bodacious babe.
Oh, thank you. I do have big bodacious boobs.
I didn't say you were bodacious in that area.
Oh.
Anyway, Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight is pretty bodacious.
It's I haven't had a game that's had both really satisfying combat and exploration. Usually games like for me fulfill one or the other. Like Kingdom Hearts and Doom, I mostly like for the combat. But like if I haven't played many Metroidvanias, but I've played Zero Mission, Metroid Zero Mission on the GBA, and that game's combat sucks, but it's very fun to explore. But Hollow Knight has such a big focus on its combat, and it's really fun, and all the bosses are designed incredibly well, or most of the bosses are designed incredibly well, in my opinion. And the post game is, it was added in DLC, but one of the major post game things is called God Home, which is mostly just like a souped up boss rush mode, and I like it because you can fight each boss individually and their harder versions individually. Or you can do like sectioned boss rushes. What I don't fully agree with is that there's the final boss rush is literally every boss in the game, and it's like 45 bosses all at once, barely any breaks, and you only get one shot at it, which I feel like is a bit excessive.
Yes, get good.
Yeah, people have speedrun it, and it's crazy.
Like, going back to like combat exploration thing, I've talked about SMT5 earlier in the recording, but I think that game has really good combat, but the exploration gets really boring after a while, because when you first start, it's like, oh, this is really cool. You put you in like this big, like vast desert area. It's nothing but like sand and like abandoned buildings, and it's pretty cool for like the first area. But you move into the second area, and it's sand and abandoned buildings, and then it's more
Okay.
sand, Yeah, it's coarse, it's rough.
More like it's more sad, am I right?
Shut up.
Haha.
It's coarse and rough. It gets everywhere.
Gets
That's a
into my
reference to something.
dead mom Shmi. George Lucas really did get up from his big boy chair and said, Anakin's gonna have a mom. Her name is Shmi.
Oh, I think Anakin is gonna have a mom. It's gonna be pretty cool. She's gonna go, I am your mother.
And then die. She
And
got
then
killed
die.
by sand people. George, kind of sus.
No.
Oh, you're right. Disney's a racist one. As George said, they are the white slavers.
Yes.
I have SMT5. It's just been sitting on my desk.
And
I haven't
SMT3.
But I've at least booted up SMT3.
Yeah, because I made you. After I bought it for you.
And after I played Geek, after you bought it
Yeah.
for me.
Can you talk about that? Going back to Jekrix's obsession with that stupid game. I bought Jekrix fucking SMT3 the day of release. I was like, here, you should play this, it's really cool. And he was like, yeah, sure. And then a week afterwards, he's like, hey, I'm gonna play Yeek. And then he proceeds to play Yeek for the next, like, however long you took to beat that game.
Yeah, it took a couple, a couple months at least.
Felt like forever.
Probably longer.
I think you're a bad friend, Jekrix.
I think that's been, like, established a long time ago.
This is fair.
Friends
I
don't
was-
let other friends talk about Kingdom Hearts.
So, why do you let me talk about Kingdom Hearts? What are you trying to say?
What am I trying to say? What am I fighting
Okay.
for?
What am I fighting for?
Wow, say with such
Um,
conviction, Jekrix.
No.
Anything else except for your silly little Yu-Gi-Mons? Your silly little Hollow Knights? You did play through Hamtaro.
Oh yeah, Hamtaro's awesome!
Fucking little kid bouncing up and down his little high chairs. Like, I fucking love Hamtaro.
I don't think it's a good game,
The
but I think it's
hams are
cute.
so fucking cool.
Is there gonna be any video portion to this podcast, or is it just gonna be recording and still screen?
I might add some. I'll add some like footage stuff.
Yeah, if you're gonna add
Okay.
footage, can you please just add several images of hams, please?
At least my profile picture, because my profile picture is Hamtaro. Oh, actually, so I was letting my friend at work draw on my tablet,
I thought you were
right?
gonna
And
say
then
I
my
was
other
letting my friend at work play Hamtaro Ham Unite.
no, then my other coworker came and he said, "Hey, you should draw this character," and he pulls up freaking Hamtaro, like no joke.
The sacred texts.
And me and my friend were just laughing like that's literally my thing on Discord.
That's literally,
It's my entire personality.
yeah, literally the #1 Hamtaro fan. All right, Jekrix, which Hamtaro do you kin?
Please don't say that.
I did, and now you have to answer.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I demand
Boss.
it. There, see, you had an answer. You just refused to say it.
It was me, said Boss, and he was Harry Styles.
It was me, said Boss.
Harry? I questioned really loud, and so did my best friend Samantha. Here's my other secretaries. Mr.
Fuck
Neutzer
you,
and Ito.
Nathan.
And it came like a whole group of secretaries, and they were total hotties.
Are you just gonna recite that entire section?
Yeah. But which one
Okay.
is Mr. Ito? Well, I can't decided, said Ryan Stiles, because all of them was my
Was my
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
It turned out that Mr. Neutzer and Eno was actually a code name that meant One Direction. And now I was going on tour with them.
Seth, give us your best Luru Gary. Guru Larry.
Lulu Gary. Fucking Dark Dimension Guru Larry.
I've said Luru Gary before because I'm stupid and my mouth doesn't know what to say.
Oh, fucking Boo Boo Berry.
Boo Berry.
What's the opposite of hunt?
Hunted?
Is
No.
Larry the one being hunted? Who's hunting
No.
him?
No, like, what's the opposite of, like, hunt?
I don't know. Spare?
Hello, I'm Lulu Gary, and I welcome you to Opinion Sparing.
That sounds lovely,
I'm
actually.
Evil Guru Larry.
That sounds lovely. I love to be spared from opinions, especially on Twitter.
Oh, you want to talk about opinions? Have you heard of Kingdom Hearts?
No, please inform me.
I don't want to cause pain to myself.
We could talk about something else that involves pain.
Naruto?
I've never seen Naruto.
I've never Naruto either.
Neither have I.
Cool, let's talk about Naruto.
What? We're the number one Naruto fan.
I loved it when Naruto fired the Kamehameha.
I love it when Naruto said, "Cool."
Epic.
I loved it when Naruto said, "I am Dio" and did nothing else.
Okay, going back to awful games Jekrix has played, you really need to play Jump Force, Jekrix.
I want to play Jump
It's like
Force.
$20. Like, it goes on sale constantly.
Is it on sale right now?
Might be. You could probably find it for cheap at some point. That game always goes on sale.
Cause nobody It's $6.
Pick it up.
Or is it the? Or is that the? Is this the right? It is the right Jump Force, I think.
Is it with the DLC?
With the DLC. So deluxe edition is $10 and ultimate edition is $15.
The fuck's the
I don't know what
difference?
those mean.
You're throwing
It
words
does-
at me, Bandai Namco.
It doesn't say.
So
Deluxe edition.
cheap is 6, expensive 15, basically. Sounds like a steal. Hey, Hollow Knight was only
Let's
15, right? That was good.
Yeah. So Jump Force
Has to be
Deluxe
good.
comes with 9 extra characters and costumes for the avatar. Ultimate Edition comes with 9 extra characters and even more stuff for the avatar. So I'll only get Deluxe. I don't care about the avatar character.
But Jekrix is you, and you're friends with.
But it's
and you're
right.
friends with Goku.
I can spend $5 more to get 16 in-game shirts.
and show them off to your best friend Goku.
Oh yeah, Goku 2. That's what I've been playing.
You haven't played.
I've
that
been waiting
a
for
while.
Nick to be available to play it again. Legacy of Goku 1 is a piece of shit, and I never want to hear any of its music or touch it ever again.
Stop right there. I will argue this with you for all of time. The music from Legacy of Goku 1 is not bad. I don't care what the fuck you say.
I think it's just been...
The game is shit. The game is awful, I'll give you that, but the music isn't.
Music's okay.
Okay.
It just...
No.
It just
You
pained
said
me.
it was shit.
I say everything is bad and terrible, and I hate it.
You're a sheep. You're a sheeple, Jekrix.
Yeah. Legacy of Goku 2, though, I like it. I don't know if it slaps, but I like it.
It's definitely a light clap.
Please play it on an emulator, though, with save states.
But I
and
have the
speed
Game
up.
Boy.
But Jekrix, that's not a real victory. You cheated.
Your mom cheated
Oh. Yeah, that's why they're divorced.
with me.
Oh no.
Jekrix, how could you be asexual if you fucked his mom?
Because he's not. Shut up.
Oh, yeah.
You're asexual, Seth.
Oh, okay.
Which is why you have all that porn.
Of RLM.
I deleted all of it.
Now we're exposing you here, right here, right now, motherfucker. Has fucking Red Little Media porn and shares it.
No, I'm not a degenerate, I swear.
No,
Seth's
I don't
gonna
want to
try
fuck
to edit
Rich
this
Evans,
out
I
of the
swear.
podcast.
No, please.
No.
Rich Evans, save me, please.
Anyways, what they're saying is lies and slander.
You know
The
what's
villainous
not a lie?
trolls.
What?
I officially own Jump Force now.
Oh my god.
It's 22 gigabytes. Why is it so big?
Because
For all
it's
those
epic.
Unity models.
Yeah, it's all those Unity models they didn't properly fucking... They didn't properly...
Optimize.
Yeah, that game isn't optimized. Have you seen the loading times on the Switch version?
3 hours.
No.
You know, it's a
What else
fucked
have
up
I-
thing, Jekrix.
What?
You probably end up liking it.
I don't think I will.
I think you will. I've seen the shit you like, Jekrix. You're a little sad little man.
I can't believe my cousin asked me for that for Christmas one year.
Because your cousin's a weeb.
Yeah.
Probably bought it because it had, like, My Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Is My Hero good? I've never seen it.
I think Seth likes it, right?
I did. I don't like it that much anymore. Just because, like, it's not as, like, subversive as I would like it to be. And just sort of, like, falls into other shonen tropes that
It's very cliche.
not like a cliche, but it just does those tropes anyway.
Mm.
All I know
Like
is that it's basically anime Sky High, and I'd rather just watch Sky High.
Yeah. There was, like, I was, like, going through old Tumblr posts yesterday, and I
Of
was,
course
like,
you were.
and I was, like, reading, like, reminded of when, are y'all familiar with any of the characters?
There's Deku and Sasuke.
There's the guy who smiled. There's a guy who smiles with the blonde hair.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I love Smiling Friends.
One of the
The show I watched.
one of the
Sorry,
characters
James.
is Mineta, and he's like a little
Oh yeah,
like
the bisexual icon.
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. One of, like, the translations for one of the chapters had him, like, confessing his love to the main character, and so a lot of people were flipping their shits, and, like, it was like a monkey's paw moment, because a lot of the shipping community in My Hero Academia, they really want, like, some of the guys to, like, get together, and so they got their, like, the gay representation, but it was from a character everyone despises.
Yeah, he's like a sexual predator or some shit, right? He's like a pervert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. He became 4chan's fucking bi representation for a while. They're like, yes, this is what we wanted.
He's kind of annoying, but I don't think he's, like, the worst character ever.
Yeah, I've seen those videos. It's just like, Mineta is the worst anime character ever.
There have been worse ones. I think it's funny to, like, hate him in, like, an ironic way, but when, like, I see people actually taking it too far, it's like, okay, let's take a step back. This is just some fucking weird character who wears, like, a diaper for a
That
costume.
one joke from the Doodle Bob episode is like, geez, calm down, it's just a drawing.
Yeah. It literally is just a drawing.
I have a little diaper boy who likes women.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, we're all diaper boys who like women, right?
No.
Oh. Oops.
No.
Anyways.
Anyway, that's the
Thank you,
podcast,
James,
everyone. I gotta go.
He has to start a diaper fetish podcast. Is that the character? Are you going to main as Seto Kaiba, Jekrix?
He's a DLC character that I own, apparently.
Nice.
I think I threw money at Bandai
Look how
Namco.
dinky he is. He looks so stupid.
All the fucking models
They
look
do.
awful.
They look okay.
No.
And why is he at the San Francisco Bridge?
Okay, but like, why didn't they do similar to what they did with Xenoverse with like the shading style? Why the realistic shading?
Because this is Unity and he had to be next gen, Jekrix. Don't you want to see Goku in Times Square?
One of my favorite like images that came out from Jump Force was like Luffy like standing on like a flagpole of the American flag.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think there's a plot point, I forget, because it's been a while since I've watched anything Jump Force related. There's a plot point where I think you're looking for Sanji, because he went off to fuck the villain, I think, because the villain's a hot mommy GF, I think. But I think the mission where you first go look for Sanji, I think it's called like Searching for Sanji in Mexico.
Sanji in Mexico. Gotta get.
It reminds me of fucking Tacos Goku's. You guys see
I
that
think
image,
so.
right? Yeah, it's the taqueria, and it's called like Tacos Goku's. It's a picture of Super Saiyan Goku making tacos.
Waluigi's taco stand.
I love off-brand.
I do not understand.
Like Mexican places that use cartoon characters for no reason.
Okay, but like the Latin community for Dragon Ball is like on another fucking level. During the fucking Goku versus Jiren fight, they literally hijacked like a big TV in like a town square just to project the Goku versus Jiren fight. So imagine, if you will, just a giant flat screen in the middle of this town playing the last episode of Dragon Ball Super, and you just hear cheers from hundreds of people as they're watching Goku beat up this stupid alien motherfucker.
Pretty based.
Like, Goku!
I love Goku!
There he is, from Tacos Goku's.
I don't know why, but I find it really funny whenever someone like on Discord or Twitter just has a Dragon Ball Z like profile picture. Something is really funny about
It
that.
reminds me of that fucking Facebook screenshot. It's just like, Goku, we gotta stay in the doggone universe. And the guy with the Goku avatar is like, hablas español. And he's like, no time for that, Goku. Oh man, I wish there were better Dragon Ball
I
games.
think Jump Force is the
There's, like-
equivalent of Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
Oh, but that game's actually good. Like, it looks dog shit, but it actually mechanically
I
is
was-
pretty solid. Jump
I was
Force is
thinking of
gonna
like how
have that.
Jump Force, like that plot and Marvel vs. Capcom 4's plot are like the equivalent of fan fiction.
They're basically the same thing. They both revolve around Thanos / a Thanos-like character trying to wipe
Except
the
one of them
universe.
actually has Thanos.
So all your favorite... Yeah, except one of them actually is Thanos, and one of them's like a weird bug person.
I thought Jump Force is One
But
Piece.
yeah, oh yeah, that's something else about Jump Force. Half the plot of Jump Force is literally just the plot of One Piece.
I've never seen One Piece.
So if you never read or watched One Piece, you just get spoiled for most of the story.
Sorry,
I
it's
know
pretty great.
for a while Seth just wouldn't shut up about reading One Piece. Are you gonna talk about One Piece?
Not this episode.
Yeah, we'll have a whole episode dedicated to
Have
One
you seen
Piece.
One Piece, James?
I've listened to the One Piece rap at least 1,000
Nice.
times. That's all I really need.
I agree. The only other thing that I wanted to discuss was NFTs. They're the future.
They suck.
Yeah,
They're the
and how
future
we're
of gaming.
all. Yeah, how we all love NFTs.
Ah, yes.
Since we talked about Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, Konami has their own NFTs
Yeah.
for Castlevania.
Really?
Yeah, the Ubisoft has it too, and I forget what it's called, the Ubisoft Legacy or some shit. Or no, I know the Konami one's called Konami Memories. I guess it's so people can remember when Konami wasn't a piece of shit, dog shit company.
Yeah, Konami
'Cause it's-
sucks.
Because they're selling all their old franchises as fucking PNGs.
Hooray!
Yeah, I don't understand the recent push for NFTs in gaming. Well, what I am glad about is that it seems unanimous that most companies and players don't give a shit or do not want NFTs in games.
No, like
Don't Yu-Gi-Oh cards give them enough money as is? The Yu-Gi-Oh fan base is rabid.
Yu-Gi-Oh, they're fucking pachinko machines, they're fucking... Konami makes like medical supplies. Like, what the fuck do these NFTs for?
Why does Disney need it?
is Disney getting into NFTs?
Because they're a mega...
Yes.
A while ago, they made like NFTs of like Wall-E, which, you know, the irony is not lost on everybody. You know, the movie about how humanity's
Technology.
greed led them to... Yeah, humanity's greed led to the planet being uninhabitable. Anyways, here's a Wall-E NFT. 10 Ethereum, please.
Goddamn.
It's like speaking of companies that claim to have an environmental, like pro-environmental stance and make NFTs, YouTube, in their recent like yearly statement, they're like, we're really proud of creators like Mr. Beast funding projects like Project C, which aim to help clean the environment. Next paragraph. Anyways, YouTube NFTs.
Hooray!
Actually.
Yeah, Susan Scott DeWaz with Jakey, whatever the fuck her name is. Susan Wozniak. Whatever the
Susan
I do not-
Wojcicki.
Susan Wojcicki.
Yeah, Susan Widgets. She said that she's looking to expand NFTs into the YouTube scape, which, you know, probably why they removed dislikes.
Ah.
So people can't just like bomb them announcing. their
So only
stupid
YouTube can
NFTs.
see the dislikes.
And they could cry in silence as they force you to buy their bored Susan NFTs.
Maybe they'll start making YouTube Rewind again now that the dislikes are gone. YouTube Rewind NFTs.
Yeah, I was about to say they're gonna make YouTube Rewind into a fucking NFT. That's also
hot.
something I don't understand. Like, I'm not gonna say I get the picture NFTs because it's stupid, but I understand to a degree. I don't understand when they're trying to make like voice NFTs. Like, do you want to sell you a voice as an NFT so you could quote unquote have the rights to that voice, even though that's not how NFTs work?
No.
Yeah,
But, like-
an NFT does not necessarily give you the rights to something.
Yeah, but that's how they're advertising it to, you know, suckers.
NFTs exist
But,
to get
You
you to
spend
buy
millions.
What I don't understand is why voice actors are supporting it, because it's like, why are you supporting a fucking, like, a business venture that aims to make your fucking profession obsolete? Because what they want to do with these voice NFTs is basically make like an AI that can like fucking 15.ai, which is like a voice that can just like synthesize itself, so basically you can make it say whatever you want.
Yeah,
And you just wanna
I've
do
messed
that.
around with things like that.
Yeah, you just want to do that with NFTs, and it's just like, why would actual voice actors support this? Fucking Kanji from Persona 4, his voice actor not Matt Mercer, the other one.
Mm-hmm.
His voice actor is into NFTs. Same thing with Nanako's fucking voice actress. It's just like,
Damn.
why? Why are you stupid?
I think
My hot BF kanji.
I think it's partly just to like get it in the grift. Like they have like a little bit of like clout, and they could probably like sell it to someone for some amount of money.
Well, yeah, that's what most NFT celebrity endorsements are, just grifting.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
wonder
here's the
if there's,
hot new
like-
trend I could dump a couple money in and probably get back because I'm already rich.
You think there's any contractors that's like, or lawyers or something that's advising them to do that?
Maybe. I know that both Tenacious D and Gorillaz were initially going to do NFTs, but then they dropped them. And when he asked, like, why would you do it in the first place, they're like, oh, we didn't do it, our managers did. Like, they're the ones who agreed on it. We didn't. And the only thing they really explained it to us is just like a collectible online thing, basically. Like, they didn't really
Lack
didn't
of
really
communication.
yeah, they didn't really expand upon what NFTs were or what they really represented or any of that. It's just like, oh, it's just a cute little internet thing.
Dinky kids with their cute little internet things.
Their cute
and
little NFTs.
Billions of dollars.
Little Timmy with his fucking blockchain mining. You know, back in my day, we had Legos, and now Timmy has his fucking GPU blockchain mining in the basement.
driving up prices for graphics cards.
Yeah, that's also something I don't understand.
I hate that.
Back to stupid companies supporting NFTs. Square Enix announced they're gonna get into the NFTs. Final
Really?
Fantasy 14 had to go basically get off of storefronts for a bit because they couldn't handle the increased player base, and part of that is because they didn't have the server capacities because they couldn't buy the necessary parts because those parts were being bought out by crypto bros using them to mine NFTs. So they're supporting a business that is actively hurting them, actively hurting their biggest success in the past decade. This is what I mean when I say crypto bros are actually fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of stupid shit, I hate nice crypto bros, but it's like tech bros in general when they think they made this revolutionary new technology, but it's just something that already exists, but it's more expensive and less convenient.
And worse.
And
Yeah,
worse.
Like fucking Elon Musk with his stupid tunnel thing. It's just like, congratulations, you made trains, but infinitely more worse. Like trains, but more expensive and a lot more risk of fucking hazards and shit like that.
There's been a lot more people driving Teslas in my area, and I get very annoyed every time I see one.
You know, it's funny. So, I used to work at my old plant, right? We had to go back to work after. It was around the time Lollapalooza was being held. Yeah, if you guys don't know what that is, it's like a music festival thing that usually happens in Chicago. But it was the day of, and a lot of us had to not take the highway to get to work because there's an accident. And what was the accident? A fucking Tesla fucking careened into a car full speed and exploded.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking epic. That fucking clip of from that 70s show is like that burn. God, but yeah, I was back to NFTs. What I was thinking of was some guy was like, yeah, so I basically made a physical NFT, and look, and it's one of those pictures where when you move it, it's holographic. When you move it, the picture changes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, congratulations, you figured out a technology that's existed since the 90s. This shit was on Pogs.
Yeah, it was.
And they're here acting like this is some revolutionary new form of art. It's like, no, it's a cheap tactic they put on bookmarks I got in school fairs.
Yeah.
Most tech bros, Silicon Valley people, just seem like the stupidest people ever. It just proves that school smarts and actual smarts aren't correlated. Someone could be really stupid but still get high position, high like wage jobs and do good for themselves. A la everyone who supports NFTs.
Yeah, there's a really good video that just like came out by Dan Olson of Folding Ideas, where he like talks about NFTs for around 2 hours and explains like the whole thing.
Dan Olson is the one who made that Suicide Squad video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he was like losing his mind.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't really see like how are NFTs going to benefit like how do you implement them into video games, and like it's just going to be another form of like microtransaction, right?
Basically, the way people like advertise it, like obviously they're lying, because even if they did, even if they really wanted to implement it, they couldn't. Oh, well, but what they've been advertising it is as, like, oh, imagine if you could buy Mario's hat and own Mario's hat, and you could have Mario's hat in any game you want. It's just like, that's just literally impossible. Like, do you not know the dev time that you have to fucking put into every game so every game could have Mario's hat, and the fucking like legal nightmare that would be?
Also, I guess they've never heard about modding, because
yeah,
I could go onto the Nexus, look up Mario's hat, and I have it in Skyrim for free.
Yeah, there's so much shit where it's just like, there are better alternatives. Oh, you want a personalized profile picture that's only yours? Pay an artist, have a commission done for
get it
thousands of dollars less than an NFT cost.
Or do like a P crew if you want like, you know, a generic art style.
Fucking I mean, some of them have been like, you know, mask off. It's like, yeah, it's just like a social thing. We're just doing the flex, like that we have the money to do so. Mm-hmm. Which I mean, like, points for the honesty, bro. So you're a fucking dick. And you
spend money on something that looks cooler.
You just admitted that you're fucking like mustache twirling Scrooge McDuck villain who only cares about money.
Yeah, but Scrooge is awesome.
Yeah, I take that back. Scrooge McDuck is awesome. NFT bros are not. NFT bros wish they could swim in a pool of gold coins. All they have is their monkeys in the metaverse.
That metaverse stuff looks so ugly.
Yeah, it looks ugly, and also it's nothing new. Like, Facebook's just like, look, I could be in a place but not actually be in a place. It's like, yeah, that's VR. That's VR. It's been around for at least 2 decades, at least a decade and a half, and no one really plays it that much unless you're specifically into it, because it's not like a huge market you could cash in on. It's very niche.
VR is growing, but still, yeah.
Yeah, it's not, but it's not the future of gaming, is what some people seem to believe.
I think it's an alternative. It is definitely not the future.
And it's definitely not the future in terms of like social media, like
meta.
Yes, I would love to buy a fucking $3,000 headset. Yes, I could talk to my friends on the online. That's great. And I'd also love to be a fucking floating torso, because apparently in the metaverse you can't have legs.
Nice.
And this is why Facebook's metaverse is worse than literally any other like equivalent, like fucking Second Life. You don't have dicks. How am I supposed to have orgies? I can have an orgy in Second Life. I can't have it in the metaverse.
Donkey is a coward for not showing any like orgy he walked upon in that video.
Fucking, there's orgies that happen in RuneScape more often than probably what happened in the metaverse. At fucking Vineslaw's Joel, he did a stream of RuneScape. He was talking about his experiences when he used to play as a kid, and he said that one time he walked into a house and there's just 2 people standing next to a bed and they're typing in O like repeatedly, and he was just like, what are you guys doing? They're like having sex. He's like, oh, what the fuck? So what he did is he found the house with a bed and got all like the 700 people who were like in the same server as him that is there for him to all pile in one room, and just like hundreds of users all spamming O. It's a giant RuneScape orgy. And it's really fun to watch those streams because there's a point where they're trying to get Joel to the Badlands, where it's just like the PvP area where if you die you get all your shit stolen. And they really make like a fucking conga line, like a path for him to follow, and they're all doing like the Gangnam style dance because that's in RuneScape. And one person passes by, he's like, "Who the fuck are you people?" It has a good stream, and it's RuneScape. Back to what we're talking about, is a lot better version of the metaverse than the metaverse ever could be.
Basically, NFTs, cryptocurrency, Mark Zuckerberg, all need to go and die in hell.
No,
Why are we talking about NFTs?
Because they're funny to make fun of. We all hate them. We could agree on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like making fun of things.
I was trying to come up with a way. Fuck, I'm tired.
Every now and then, I like to watch videos that make fun of PragerU because I find it funny.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you push a ball underwater? It comes back up. What happens if you push a baby underwater? The baby fucking dies. Your god is a black lesbian toilet.
For example, when I was in college, I was told my kids were dead.
I want mommy, I want milk, I want to be held, I want to be comforted. Base Dennis Prager, can I say that? Like,
if you find that I'm not coming,
I want to fucking
punch
die.
my balls until I fucking die.
There is an auto contest clip where I guess he's just having one of his interviews or something, and he is like casually just, I guess it's a Freudian slip where he admits that he's bisexual. Because they're talking about like attractive females or something, and Dennis goes like, "Well, men could be attractive too, right? Like there are attractive men out there." It's like, okay, Dennis Prager, bisexual icon.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, stan Dennis Prager and put my fucking PragerU fan cam. Okay, I doubt you're gonna like edit this much, but like, if we could assemble a Dennis Prager fan cam, that'd be beautiful.
I'll see if I can do it.
Even not even just for the podcast, it's like as a separate video. Even it'd be pretty
fun.
good.
It sounds fun to make, but shitty.
I just love it when you smile.
You so fucking precious when you smile. And on that note, do we have anything else we want to talk about?
PUBG sucks. That's another game I've been playing.
Oh.
You can stop it there. I want to hear about you in PUBG anymore.
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to you talk about Hamtaro. Do you even talk about Hamtaro, you loser? What's your thoughts?
I didn't because we derailed to something else. Specifically Ham Unite or Hamtaro in general?
Yes. Talk about Hamtaro for the next hour and a half, please.
Ham Unite is cute. I like it better than the GBA game because I've played the GBA one a bit, but you know how like the one I played was basically like a point and click, and you could like go around, talk to everyone.
Yeah, it's like an adventure game.
Do different actions. The GBA one, it's more limited. Like the only thing you do,
right?
The only thing you do is talk to people. It's not like you can interact with them in fun ways or
piss on them.
There's nothing fun about them. You can't piss on them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I take it back. Ham's Unite is a good game because there's an actual piss button.
Yeah, and you can piss on people, and you can traumatize a person behind a glass who's trying to mimic you. And if you piss on them, they'll like hide in the corner and never want to talk to you until you reload the screen.
As you know, people do when you piss on them.
Yeah.
And on that pissing note, I think that's everything we had to talk about.
Yeah.
Seth, do you like pissing on people?
No comment.
Seth, are you gonna piss on me?
I played the 5th.
Aw.
I pissed the 5th.
I pooped the 5th.
Okay, now we're getting into territories not even I want to be in.
Thank you for watching, for listening into this train wreck.
Please don't watch
Shit.
this again. Report this to YouTube. Flag this for inappropriate behavior. Flag this for terrorism.
No. Put this up as an NFT.
No. Yeah, okay, actually, Seth, I'll send you the PNG for Demi Frisk. You put that on screen, screenshot it, sell it for 11 million Ethereum.
Hey, you have to get some commission for that.
No, you don't. You can't steal it.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, huh? Never mind. You're right.
And the show. Thank you for listening.
I'm gonna end my life.
Follow us on Twitter and YouTube and our own stuff. We might have a Twitter soon.
Follow me
Don't
home.
follow me.
Follow Jekrix.
I'll put my address.
If you like.
Put my address in the comments.
Teehee, you could go visit him.
I'll send you my address, Seth. Don't worry.
Hooray!
Put it in the comments.
Oh, by the way, here's my IP address. It's 792.4. I can't even say numbers.
Whoa, is that your actual...
I said orf.
Is that your actual thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Hooray!